my homily for the 30th Sunday in Ordinary Time, the 26th of October 2025. I love Luke's Gospel, for it illustrates very powerfully the amazing and challenging love and mercy of God in such parables as the prodigal son, the lost sheep, and the Good Samaritan. Today's Gospel of the Pharisee and the tax collector is another highlight for me from Luke. One problem we have, though, with these parables is their familiarity. They've lost their bite because they are so familiar to us. When Jesus first told these parables, they would have been deeply shocking to his hearers. When Jesus described the Pharisee as a man who didn't extort, didn't act unjustly, didn't commit adultery, fasted twice a week and paid tithes, that's 10% of his income, on all he got, they would have thought, this is a top man of our faith, one to admire and look up to. In comparison, we have a tax collector, one who collaborated with the cruel pagan Romans and usually extorted and cheated for their own benefit, a role synonymous with treachery and betrayal. There would have been no contest between them in the people's view. The Pharisee would win hands down in any popularity contest, but not with Jesus, he wouldn't. The people would have been very shocked when Jesus said that it was the tax collector who went home justified before God due to his honest, humble prayer and demeanour. What a wonderful message for us all that is. Whatever our past, an honest prayer offered humbly before God can put us right again with God. I can't help thinking of that hymn, Turning the World Upside Down, for that is exactly what Jesus did in many of his parables. They had a sting in the tail to make people stop short and think again. What Jesus wants us to do is use his greatest gift, our brains, to think and reflect on his message. A key element of his message is humility, something that is embodied in the whole Jesus event. For he is one who emptied himself. We've not to be full of ourselves, but full of Jesus. We're called to proclaim Jesus, not to proclaim ourselves and our agenda. God be merciful to me, a sinner. It's one of the most honest and powerful of prayers. A prayer that, when said in the right spirit, can put us right with God. It's a prayer we need to say often, isn't it? A prayer with which we should conclude every day. It's a prayer that opens our hearts to God and lets him pour in his love, a love which can then spread out from us to others. So remember a great prayer. God be merciful to me, a sinner.